Okay, let's get real for a minute. October, month of October, we're all wearing the pink for the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And actually, a few days ago, October 22nd, that was the day 3 years ago when I myself got diagnosed with cancer. Worst day of my life, just a brutal, brutal experience. And what's interesting is that everybody, when it comes to cancer, everybody's affected by it. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. And so we have a young guy out at Keeneland right now, Nick, and us young guys in horse racing, we need to stick together. Nick's a big fan of Keeneland. He's actually been suffering with Ewing sarcoma through last year. He graduated from his hospital bed from Boston College University. Very smart, loves to play the races, and he actually made the trip out to Keeneland, and he's going to be with Caleb right now, and he's going to give us a pick for the next race. So, Caleb, take it away, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Gino, and glad to be next to Nick. And well, Nick, Gino's having trouble finding a winner. I'm already out to pick 4, so we need a little bit of help. But before we get into the pick, coming from New York, and what made you really want to come to Keeneland?
Well, I heard it's just a beautiful racetrack. Many people ranked it as the best place to bet, and of course, I mean, sheer beauty. You come out here and you see all the farms and everything. It's unbelievable. So I had to come out and see it.
Well, I know Tom Cassidy would be proud. You said that you kind of got your start at Yonkers with the standardbred, so talk a little bit about that.
That's very true. I mean, I was a really young kid. I would say about 3 or 4 years old, and I was calculating what a 5-to-1 shot would be paying to go into the track with Dad. Spend some quality time. So Yonkers treated me right. I still go there every now and then, and it's been great. It's been a great couple of years betting horses.
All right, well, you're a handicapper through and through, so we got to get into your thoughts here for race 8 and get close to the post here. It's a nice turf race, and who caught your eye here to start?
Now, unbelievably, the 7 caught my eye, Hot Tempo, and it looks like I'm getting a price. It was morning line 4-to-1. I think it's up around 10-to-1 now. The horse just looks incredible to me. First time Lasix, last time out. It ran really well. Tom Amos always has these guys ready to go, and ran similar company in April. So I think it's really got a shot here. It's going to close up well.
All right, well, you got a good price there, and a couple other horses if you were playing, some exotics, or who'd you include as well?
I would include the 2, Cloudy Guy. I have no idea how she's going to run. The 6 is a big question mark in my book, and also the 8, Eddie Gourmet. Really, I think all those horses have a shot, so I'm going to be boxing a little bit.
All right, I like it. Well, as the rain comes down, you said that when you're coming through the treatment, you spend a lot of time watching TVG, so what's your favorite part of the network?
It's tough to say. Put me on the spot there. I'm going to go with my man, Gino. Gino, thank you for having me on. It's been great watching all you guys, and hopefully we pick up a couple winners here.
All right, Nick, well, we really appreciate the value you've been through. Thanks for the handicapping thoughts, and glad you can make it down to Keeneland, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Caleb. And Nick's coming with the 9-to-1 shot.
This horse should not be 9-to-1. He was 4-to-1. We're going to backtrack for you. We had a Nick graphic. We have a Nick backtrack for you. This is Nick's race to shine here on TVG, and Hot Tempo I thought was very, very good. He also mentioned that he liked the fact that it was the first time Lasix for Hot Tempo with Tom Amos last time out, so I expect some improvement off this effort.
This was a race where it looked like she was going to come on and get the win. She came up just short here, losing by only a neck as the beaten favorite, but continues to go in good form. And she's got that late kick that can be very effective in a turf race.
So, Dave Weaver, can I put the pressure on TVG management and executives right now?
What do you want to do?
November is called Movember now. They're doing it just similar to how they raise breast cancer awareness in October. Movember, they raise awareness for prostate cancer. The way they do that, instead of wearing pink, the men grow mustaches through the month of November. Now, I normally know we have to shave and keep a clean appearance here, but I want to grow the mustache out for the month of November.
All right.
I think that would be kind of cool. I'm hoping that TVG executives and management will let me do that, and we can raise some awareness for men's health and prostate cancer and all the awareness. That's the key, because 10, 20, 30 years ago, there weren't all of the different possibilities, the ways, the medicines, the chemotherapies, the you name it. There are all sorts of different treatments and ways now. So, again, we'll be talking a lot about it through October and through November. Just raise some awareness. And I think we need to get Todd Trupp, Paul LaDuca, Dave Weaver, all with mustaches for the month of November. I'm going to put the pressure on them. I'm really going to make them feel guilty if they don't. So
I'll grow a mustache all through November, and then you'll be able to see it by January.
You can, if you want to look up Paul LaDuca with the mustache, he has a great baseball picture online, a couple. You can find him if you just search on Google. He rocks that mustache very well, I'll tell you that.
1 minute away from race number 8 at Keeneland. There is a Timeform US standout in this race, and it is the 8-to-1 shot Vintage Strike, who has the best last out speed figure of an 89.
Vintage Strike has been, this horse hasn't done anything wrong in the last 4 starts. The career debut at Monmouth wasn't very good, but it was sprinting on the dirt. Since they jumped on the turf, they ran well. when they went 2 turns on the dirt, they ran well. And their last 2 starts going 2 turns on the turf have been good. So this is an improving runner who's 8-1. That's a great price. I think the 8-1 that you're getting on the 7, who Nick likes, and the 8-1 on the 9, Vintage Strike, those are both really nice prices.
The favorite is the 10 Sassy Kitten. She started only once, and the 3-year-old filly by Kitten's Joy came through at Kentucky Downs to break her maiden back on September the 14th, and now she is tackling winners for the first time. She is the 2-1 favorite in this wide open field. And she goes into the gate.
If you're alive in pick 4s or pick 5, best of luck. They're going to be paying very, very well so far. There have been a couple nice prices.
Well, pick 5 more so than pick 4.
4.
Pick 5 started with 19-1.
Even the 9-5 favorite was a little cold on the board at 2-1, wasn't?
You know, the first leg of the pick 4 was a 9-2, maybe 4.
It was kind of a hard horse to get to. That 4 horse Keep Up was a difficult one to get to. So good handicapping like always if you're alive at Keeneland. Best of luck.
And 2 deep fields here in races 8 and 9 to conclude the Thursday card here at Keeneland. Just a little bit of a problem at the gate with one of the runners. They're going to hold the 7 back for now and wait on loading in Hot Tempo until they've got things situated towards the inside. Looks like they've now given her the go-ahead to move up and in, and we're set for a start. Here's Kurt Becker.
They're at the post. And they're off. In Bloom, Brook sharply toward the inside. Patinka has early speed. Cloudy Val right between those two. So the 3 starters from the inside post all come out to vie for the top spot. In Bloom moves up from the rail to take the lead from Patinka's 2nd. Cloudy Val goes 3rd. Sassy Kitten 4th into the first turn. And then Hot Tempo 5th down toward the inside for a ground-saving trip, running 5 lengths off the early lead. Vintage Strike is 6th in between horses. Eddie Gourmet is a wide 7th. Can't Catch Kate far outside is 8th off the first turn, running 9 lengths from the front in the early going, and is followed by Rave Reviews down toward the inside. They're joined by Zipso Facto, who's there between horses. Further back, Bluegrass Sapphire is next to last, and Magical Steps trails early on, 23 and 2/5 seconds for the opening quarter, and In Bloom and Jesus Castanal on a 4-length lead as they head for the far turn. And then Patinka 2nd by a length and a half. Cloudy Val 3rd a length. Hot Tempo is 4th, 3/4 of a length. Sassy Kitten 5th up on the outside. The first half mile in 47 seconds. And In Bloom, the leader by 3.5 lengths of Patinka midway on the far turn. Cloudy Val goes 3rd a length in Hot Tempo. Sassy Kitten 5th up on the outside. Eddie Gourmet is 6th in between horses. Vintage Strike is 7th down toward the inside. Magical Steps is still a dozen lengths off the lead. And In Bloom comes off the far turn with a 5-length advantage. Back to Patinka's 2nd. Hot Tempo 3rd. Sassy Kitten went very wide at the top of the stretch, is still far back. Hot Tempo coming after In Bloom. Patinka 3rd in between horses. Hot Tempo striding forward to put ahead in front. A late run from Bluegrass Sapphire, also from Magical Steps. Magical Steps, Bluegrass Sapphire coming after Hot Tempo. Magical Steps, but Hot Tempo has the lead. Head bobbing photo for the win. Hot Tempo or Magical Steps for the top spot. Hold all tickets.
Very, very close finish between the 7 Hot Tempo and the 6 Magical Steps.
Come on, Nicky. Get up for Nick
the
here.
ultimate nose bob to beat the 7, but it was close.
It's close. It's the 7 here at 6-1, and then you have the 6 horse at 11-1, who's a big, big price. This is very, very tight. Great handicapping either way by Nick. He was all over this 7 horse who ran eyeballs out for Tom Amos. Oh! I'm going to say inside.
I don't think the 6 ever got past either.
That's really, really close.
And Nick even said one of the horses that he was eating was the 6.
Underneath.
That's right.
He hit the exacta-cool.
7 with the 2, 6, and 8.
So he gives you a 6-1 shot over an 11-1 shot. Talk about a nice interview on TVG, huh?
This moment in the sun
Well
today
done, Nick.
at Keeneland. We'll make it official when we come back.